So the 2025 NFL schedule has been released, and when it comes to the Steelers, we have a lot to talk about because we are opening it up with some rivalry games. We are opening it up with some revenge games, and I have to give my record prediction. We have a game in Ireland. There is a lot of things to talk about. I apologize for the delay on this. At this point, it's probably late news. But by the time I got home yesterday, it was like 2 in the morning. I was tired. I'll be honest, I was tired. I was tired. I just went to bed. But I wanted to talk about the schedule because not only do we have to talk about the games, do we have to talk about Mike Tomlin having another winning season, but we have to make a statement real quick, okay? So as you know, every team out there they make a schedule release video, and I would say the Chargers are the best at it. Like the Chargers social media team is just head and shoulders above every other social media team. But when it comes to the Steelers social media team, I won't lie. I know Nick Herbig and Keanu Benton, they did their thing in this one. Like apologies to them. This isn't really about them. This is like a continuous occurrence of like our social media team kind of being behind the eight ball a little bit. Like I would like for these schedule release videos to be a little bit better from the Steelers, but it's not only just the schedule release. It's like the as is. Hold on. I love our team more than anything, but our social media marketing has got to be a top three worst. Teams like the Chargers and Jags always have a better schedule release. Now, is their football team better than us? No, right? Like their football team is for sure not better than ours. But I would like for our social media team to be a little bit better. And then this guy said, and I wanted to mention this as well. The in-season Snapchat coverage is awful. Just pictures, boring. That is a fact because I follow the Steelers on Snapchat and it is just like pictures and stuff like that. But when you look at other NFL teams, they're like, holding up the microphone to them like, "What's your favorite cereal?" And like you see just like Nick Herbig walking out like, "Oh, I like Fruity Pebbles." You know what I'm saying? Like TJ Watt, like, "What's your favorite cheat day meal?" Like shit like that, content like that. We don't really get from this team, right? And so that is really has to do with nothing. However, it is kind of like a voice in the background when it comes to like days like this where it is the schedule release, where the Chargers are putting in the hours, where all these people are putting in the hours. And then the Steelers, we just sent Nick Herbig and Keanu Benton out here, duck hunting and not too much. You can see they put a lot of time and effort into this video. I won't lie, but it didn't really hit, at least for me. Let me know what you guys think out there about the schedule release of it all. But now it is time to talk about the actual football of it all because week one, we opened it up against the Jets, and we are most likely opening it up against Justin Fields. And will we have Aaron Rodgers? Will we not have Aaron Rodgers? Truthfully, I don't know. Everybody says we are going to have Aaron Rodgers in this matchup, and so it is once again a revenge game. Aaron's going to go against the Jets. Justin Fields is going to go against us. And then the following week, we are going to play the Seattle Seahawks. This is for our home opener against Seattle. I believe we had a home opener against Seattle in what was it, 2019 maybe? That might have been Mason Rudolph's first start because Ben got hurt in that game. I said first start and Ben got hurt, but that was Mason Rudolph's first game. And depending on the Aaron Rodgers news, maybe Mason Rudolph is like circling it back now to the Seahawks. We ended up losing that game. Oh, and DK Metcalf. I forgot to mention him. DK Metcalf is going against the Seahawks as well. So like that's back to back revenge games right there. And then we got the Patriots, and then we got the Vikings all the way in Ireland at 9:30 in the morning. I respect the globalization of the NFL game. I respect that we got to, spread the word about the Pittsburgh Steelers. However, I won't lie, guys. 9:30 for your boy is a bit early, but I will be up and will be watching because not only is it a Steelers game, but I also kind of like the Vikings. Like I won't lie, they were my Madden team back in Madden 12. So like I've always had even Madden 10 and 11. Like I remember using Tavares Jackson, and like Sidney Rice and shit like that. So like this game, it means something to your boy. It means something to your boy. And then here we go again with this. We got a bye in week fucking 5, man. Look at where our bye week is and look at all of the games we have to play after that. Like that is a ridiculous amount of bullshit. Like it is like you gave a bunch of bulls some laxatives and they pooped out a week 5 bye. Like what type of shit is that, man? We have 4 games to play. We're not even tired by then. Like this team, we've seen how we like collapse at the end of the season. It is like the NFL is working against us because we need our bye to be as late as possible. Because by the time let's say week 13, 4. Oh my, look at this gauntlet right here. Oh my God, look at this gauntlet right here. By the time week 13 hits, we're going to be playing 2, 4, 6, 7 games in a row. And then we have to play 4 of the top teams in the NFL, week 15, barring, Tua Tagovailoa. You never know about Tua in week 15. But like that is a tough stretch of games. And we have a bye week right after the Ireland game. That's some bullshit, but everybody knows it's some bullshit. As Mike Tomlin once said way back when, we do not care about, the bye week thing. We don't care that we have an early bye week. We don't care that the Ravens cost us a bye week years ago and like here we are now. We're still tired. We're still tired about that bye week we didn't end up getting during the 2020 season. But that's neither here nor there. The NFL knows what they're doing. They know that they're trying to screw the Steelers. But yeah, that's bullshit. And then you see, we play the Brown. At least our divisional games, we kind of play them, earlier. Last season, we didn't play a divisional game till like week 14. And so we get the Browns and we get the Bengals. And then we got the Packers, the Colts, Chargers, Bengals again, Bears, the Bills, Ravens. We got to play the Ravens so late, man. Like that's why we don't play the Ravens until December. That is pretty whack. But then we got the Dolphins, Lions, Browns, and then we finish the season against the Ravens. Looking at it, just in face value, it does look like a pretty tough schedule, right? Especially for a team that doesn't really have the quarterback situation addressed fully. Now, we're all ready for Mason Rudolph football. We're all ready for Will Howard football. But are we ready for Aaron Rodgers football? I would say yes. And does Aaron Rodgers give us the best chance to win this season? I hope so. Maybe. Like that's what people are saying. Like it's Aaron fucking Rodgers for God's sakes. But like, at this point, it's just very hard to judge this team because we just don't know what is going to be being put down by this team. We don't know who is going to be at the quarterback position. We don't know who's going to be at the quarterback position to start, and then we don't know who's going to finish it because whoever starts at quarterback could be a different quarterback than who finishes the season. Not even barring injury, but just because of play. Like I don't think Mason Rudolph's leash, if he's the one starting, and we don't get Aaron Rodgers. I don't think Mason Rudolph's leash is going to be crazy. So if he starts fucking up and playing some classic Mason Rudolph football, there's no telling if Will Howard is going to go out there. There's no telling if maybe even Skylar Thompson is going to go out there because if Mason Rudolph stinks and then Will Howard comes in and he stinks, like these leashes aren't long. Like we could play all three quarterbacks this season, or we get Aaron Rodgers and he gets hurt, and then Mason, and then we just go through the revolving door again. There's just so many variables when it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback situation at this moment. And then I wanted to also mention this tweet right here from Tone Diggs, because Louis Riddick, somebody who maybe was going to be the GM for the Steelers, maybe he's like a bit salty about it. Him and Dan Orlovsky, football expert, which by the way, he was a quarterback at one point, but we all know Dan Orlovsky as the guy who ran out of bounds and like took that safety. They're talking about, I think you're staring 0-6 in the face, and then Louis Riddick said every single team's quarterback situation right there is better. No shit. Duh, like how many times are we going to talk about this quarterback shit and like we still win 8 to 9 games or 10 games? Like it really is bad right now. Like I don't think it's ever been this bad for the Pittsburgh Steelers, but like 0-6 in the face, like really we're going to start off 0-6. I mean maybe. Like look at this stretch right here and they talk about every quarterback situation is better than ours. The Browns have 19 quarterbacks and like low key Mason Rudolph might be better than all of them, right? And then we look at the Colts down here. It's between Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones. So like, like is it that much better than us? And then the Patriots, they have Drake May. Drake May kind of stinks. Like I'll be honest, the Patriots and Drake May, like they're not all that good. And then the Jets, when we had Justin Fields, it was like Justin Fields sucks. Justin Fields isn't a good quarterback. Justin Fields is never going to be a good quarterback. Justin Fields is this, he's that, and blah 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 blah. I don't believe that. I'm a big fan of Justin Fields, but I'm saying for the narrative's sake, let's keep the same energy. Like, let's not act like the Jets just got this like Joe Namath ass quarterback, which by the way, hot take, Justin Fields actually might be better than Joe Namath. Like, I'm gonna just say it. Joe Namath, I know what he did. I know he like called a shot or whatever, but we need to wake up from the 30s. Justin Fields might be better than Joe Namath. But anyway, it's not like they're like as solidified. The Seahawks just gave Sam Darnold like $200 trillion for one good season. But if that one season didn't happen, we'd be going up facing Sam Darnold. So like, it's not that crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not that crazy. Granted, we have nobody playing quarterback, so easily, a lot like it's very easy for teams to have a better quarterback situation than us, right? But I just think it's a bunch of malarkey. And to say we're gonna start off the season 0-6 to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like we're gonna drop all these games, a bit crazy. It's a bit nuts. But with all that said, I would now like to kind of guess the Steelers record, but I mentioned it's gonna be tough, like with no quarterback. So I know we're gonna, do our thing. We're gonna win 9 games at least, most likely, but it's kind of tough to predict these games with no quarterback. But I'm gonna do it. Starting out the season, I'm giving listen, guys, listen, hear me out. I'm saying we're going 3-0 in this stretch. We went 3-0 in the last stretch. The Jets are is it the Jets or Patriots? Between these AFC East teams, one of these is gonna be the toughest opponent. But I like our chances against the Jets. I like our chances against the Seahawks, and I like our chances against the Patriots. So I'm saying we're going 3-0 in this stretch. Against the Vikings in Ireland, although it is an Ireland game and like, the Roonies and like, we're a pot of gold or whatever the fuck they be talking about. Like, I think we're gonna drop this game against the Vikings. So I'm gonna have us 3-1 up at this bye week point, and then Browns at home 4-1. Bengals on the road on Thursday Night Football. I'm gonna say 4-2. I'm gonna be fair, 4-2. Packers, uh, 4-3. I'm gonna say 4-3. Colts 5-3. Chargers 6-3. We're beating the Chargers 6-3. Bengals, we're gonna get our win back 7-3. Bears, we're gonna beat them because they stink. Was at 8-3. Bills, we're gonna go to 8-4. Ravens on the road, we're gonna go to 8-5. Dolphins, I'm saying 9-5. 9-5. We're gonna beat the Dolphins. Lions, what is that? It would be 9-6. Browns on the road, we're sweeping the Browns, so I'm gonna go 10-6. And then Ravens at home. Did I just give us 11 wins with no quarterback? I swear to God, 11 wins with no quarterback. It is not impossible to do that. It's kind of easy to predict the Steelers if you actually watch because you just know that we're going to win these games that, no one really expects us to. We're going to win more games than the field expects us to. So like I've been pretty good at predicting the Steelers record. And so initially, upon first look, I like 11 wins and I say 9 wins minimum. This is a 9-win schedule right here. And I do have us sweeping the Browns, so like maybe we drop a game to them. And I have us going 1-1 with the Bengals, have us going 1-1 with the Ravens. Maybe the Dolphins we're gonna lose that game, but I also have us losing to the Vikings and losing to the Packers. Like maybe we can win those games. I have us winning up here. Maybe we're gonna drop a few of these games at the top here. But I think 11 wins like at max. I think 11 wins at max is like not really crazy. Like, I don't think I'm asking for a lot here. The Chargers right here too. We just beat the Chargers last year. We talked about how their social media team is better than us, but their football team might not necessarily be better than us. So like, I don't think that's crazy to say we're going to beat the Chargers. Last year I said it and everyone clowned me and then we beat the Chargers. So like, if this year you want to run it back, like, hey, the Steelers have no chance to beat the Chargers. I don't know why we have no chance, but like, okay, I'll take that. But yeah, 9 wins minimum, 11 wins maximum. I really think that is possible with this schedule. And we will just have to see what the quarterback situation is because like I said at the very start of the video, like I've been saying throughout, it is kind of tough to predict this whole thing without having that quarterback set in place. And maybe that quarterback is Mason Rudolph, who Tone Diggs said here. I'm gonna pull this tweet back up. Tone Diggs said here, I know Mason isn't on anybody's Pro Bowl list, but the way they were talking reckless yesterday, 0-6 and everyone's quarterback situation is better. Mason has a winning record as a starter with the Steelers. Let's roll through the schedule. Week 1, they got a first-time head coach. Fields is 17-33, and it's the Jets. Week 2, it's the Seahawks, and they got rid of everyone, and it's Sam Darnold. Week 3, it's the Patriots. Week 4, the quarterback hasn't thrown a pass in the NFL, which is the Vikings. Oh yeah, it's J.J. McCarthy. Week 6 is the Browns. Week 7, the Bengals. Week 8, the Packers. Like, okay, I think I had us losing both. I might have had us beating the Packers. I forget. And then yeah, week 9, it's Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones. Like this isn't that crazy, but people love to sleep on the Steelers. People love getting hot takes off on the Steelers, and so it is what it is. We can't really prevent that. All we can do is play our best football, and I'm excited for the schedule, and I'm also excited because we start out, like I said, we start out with these rivalry games, with these return games, with like Justin Fields getting to face us early, and then DK going back to Seattle, or I think Seattle's coming to Pittsburgh. But either way, they're playing each other. The NFL knows what they're doing. They know how to sell the story. It is why it is such a big sport. It is why it is like the biggest sport in the world. I'm looking at you, soccer fans. The NFL is way bigger than all 19-year leagues. The NFL, the Super Bowl literally eclipses the Champions League, the Europa Cup, the UEFA, the U17 Bowl, like any soccer event that's happening, the Super Bowl eclipses it. And like your numbers are inflated due to other factors, but you can see the NFL, we're pulling up to Ireland. Like soon, I think there's games in Madrid, there's games in France. Like soon, this game is going to be global, and like these soccer fans are going to have nothing else to say. But really, I don't want to go to war with soccer fans right now. The last point of this that I want to talk about is our primetime games, because I do this every year. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody is going to be watching these games. These are the one games that are on Thursday night, Sunday night, and Monday night. Steelers, can we please put on some good performances? Like, I'm begging you guys. Can we save the no touchdowns for like the 1 p.m. slate? Like, if we're going to be on primetime where everyone's watching, it's the solo game. Let's not have the offense stink it up, please. Like, I ask you every year for this shit. Most of the time, you guys let me down on this. So, like, this is me running it back. Please, Steelers, play good on these times, because I hate when this happens. I hate when the Steelers are the only team on and everybody is talking about how bad we are. They're like, wow, like, are the Steelers this bad? Like, they've been winning games with this offense, and it's like, yeah, we have. Like, honestly, we have been doing this. Like, it's crazy how we end up pulling out these wins. But I would like to look good in these games specifically. So yeah, we got 4 primetime games. I think the Chiefs have the most with 7, which is a bit extreme. Like I'm glad we don't have 7 fucking primetime games because boy oh boy, would we really shit the bed if we had 7 primetime games. But anyways, I think that is gonna do it for me for this video. I just want to talk about the schedule. I wanted to give like kind of a record prediction. And I kind of wanted to smack some Steelers haters in the face because like 0-6 at the start, really. Everybody's quarterback position is better than yours. Like, duh, no shit. But it is what it is. We're gonna win. We're gonna win 11 games, or at least 9. We're gonna win minimum, and then 11 games maximum. We're gonna be in the playoffs, and we're gonna win a playoff game this season. And so it starts in what is it? May. It starts in May. By let's say January, we'll talk again, and maybe I was wrong about this. But last season I said 10 wins and a playoff win, and we got 10 wins, but we didn't get the playoff win. So I was half right. Let's see if I'm fully right this offseason. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I make videos about the Steelers all the time, so if that's something you would enjoy, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, all that fun stuff. Anyways, this has been Zaya from Zaya and the Steelers, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.